We have a very interesting topic right now. Apparently, one of my friends asked me. I suggested what type of content would we be making. So a really random thought just came in their mind, like, how do we overcome lifestyle inflation? And in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do that. Tune in.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Just stare, 'cause the flames will burn us all.
Number one, develop a budget. Okay, why do we need development? Okay, you need to make sure you track your spending, even though how little it is, in order for you to be able to find out which area you're wasting too much time on. Like for me, when I go to school back then, I would like track my expenses, like even the fare, right? Like 15 pesos, 12 pesos, even though no matter how little it is, I always keep track of it. Like if I were to buy a snack in a canteen, like in school, I would like track it. Even the water I buy, I always track of it. Like I list it in my notebook and try to keep track of everything I spent on, no matter how little it is. Okay, because once you identify where the money goes, only then can you make adjustments that fit your budget. Okay, after you make the adjustments, you then can create a budget in order to allocate money, whether it be saving for your needs and wants. Okay, let's go directly to this. When you develop a budget, I personally would like to take notice of myself. Like I would watch myself on how I spend money. That's why I keep track of my spending. Let's say I would want, like for the month, I would like put a restriction on myself. Like, okay, I'm only allowed to spend this type of money. Okay, anywhere beyond that money is just a crime for me. Okay, like I would restrict myself too much just in order to save more money and do more productive things. Now, a common method would be the 50-30-20 rule. Okay, this recommends putting 50% of your money towards your needs, okay, 30% towards your wants, and 20% towards your savings. Now, the 50%, now this covers essential expenses like rent, mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, and medical bills. You never know what happens in this life, so as much as possible, always be prepared. Like life is very stressful, so the only thing you can do right now as a student is try to do your best on how to make it less stressful. And if you're an employed person, if you have a family or you don't have a family, do your best. Okay, you don't know when you'll get sick, and you don't know what this life holds. Like maybe your family needs it, like maybe one of your family got sick, so it's best you be prepared. The 30%, this allows for discretionary spending on things you enjoy but don't necessarily need, such as entertainment, dining out, travel, and hobbies. Now, the 30% rule is actually where you get to enjoy things. Like for me, my enjoyable things is spending money on pizza. Like I'm a pizza guy. Okay, I love pizza, and there's just a time where I just want to spend this money. Okay, that's the time I do my best to budget the money I've been earning, and at the same time I am able to allocate it properly so that I don't struggle and financially myself. Okay, because here's the thing, when you keep saving money and you keep restricting yourself, you actually tend to burn yourself out a lot, because you know you're always very frugal and you don't take the time to enjoy yourself. So I'm not saying it's bad to enjoy, I'm saying you need to know where your limit is. Okay, it's not every day, and you're not always healthy every day, and you might get sick in the process. Okay, so treat yourself sometimes, man. It's not a bad thing to treat yourself sometimes. Now, the 20%, this part is dedicated to building an emergency fund, saving for long-term goals like maybe retirement or down payment on a house, and paying down debt. Now, the real reason for a 20% payment is, the 20% rule is, you need to have a backup plan, okay? Your emergency fund will come in handy, and saving for the long-term goals can be very, very crucial for you, especially when you're getting older. You're not getting any younger, you're getting very, very old as each day passes. Your parents are getting older and you're not getting any younger, and you don't know in the process, you might actually have children in the future. So make sure you actually don't stress yourself too much, and do your best to break the cycle of procrastination. With that out of the way, let's get into the second one. Now, the second one would be prioritize savings and investment. Okay, how do I do this? Automate your savings. My friend, set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. This can save time and also a much more appropriate approach, just to lessen hassle. Like, you're already stressed, so the least you can do is be prepared. And one of those is build an emergency fund. We've talked about this, and having a financial cushion can help you avoid overspending and manage unexpected expenses. Like, you gotta be honest with yourself, you need to have an emergency fund. Like I said again, you don't know what this life has in store for you, and you don't know who is going to need it most. You don't even know, you might actually be the person who needs it the most, or might be your partner who needs it the most. So keep going. And the last of the prioritize and investment is invest for the future. Okay, my friend, when you hear the word invest, don't just think about stocks, mutual funds. When you invest, you also take the time to learn something. Okay, you invest, you take a portion of your time. You invest not only in a diversifying your investment portfolio, but you also need to invest in yourself. Why? When you invest in yourself, you actually take control of most of your decisions, because you're not as clueless as you think you are, and this saves a lot of time. And one of those might actually be stocks and mutual funds, but as much as possible, invest in yourself and in your future first before you think about investing in stocks and mutual funds. Do your own research, and always consider the long term. Okay, consider diversifying your investment portfolio to protect against inflation and achieve long-term financial goals. Now, we've discussed the second one. Let's go to the third one. Here we have the third one, is manage debt. Okay, what most people, when they say debt is bad, debt can ruin your life. No. Debt that's misused can ruin your life. Okay, we usually spend debt on things that we can't even afford and pay a much more bigger price. Okay, now there are two kinds of debt. We have the good debt and the bad debt. As Robert Kiyosaki said in the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, debt may help you increase your net worth or generate future income. Good debt puts money in your pocket, while bad debt, on the other hand, takes money away from your wallet. Why? Because it either has a high interest credit card debt, a car loan, or maybe a student debt, and you're thinking this creates a bad perception on debt. So you have to be very, very mindful of debt, because it can either help you financially or it can drag you down in despair due to the high interest rates that you can't pay off on time and can cripple you financially. Okay? But my honest opinion, the only reason the only reason why you should take on debt is when you have no other choice, or if you want to scale the business or elevate the business more, not to live in luxurious lifestyles you can't even afford. So the only reason for me, if I want to be in debt, is to scale the business or grow my business further. I'm also mindful of my spending habits. So yeah, you could actually make debt your own weapon, but you have to be mindful of the process because it can actually cripple your finances. With that out of the way, let's go to the fourth one. The fourth one, my friends, is adjust your mindset. Okay? The fourth one, adjust your mindset, is first, learn to educate yourself. Okay? Remember, just because you graduated from school doesn't mean you no longer need to educate yourself. You can learn a lot more outside of school rather than on the inside of the school. No offense, because you're then put in a scenario where you have to learn to fend for yourself. Money is a subject that isn't commonly taught in school. Okay, there might be some school who teaches about money. So before you say I'm a college graduate, learn to value the wisdom that most salesmen have in order to grow. Remember, experience is very, very crucial than the goods you're carrying. Also, take some time to read books that are related to financial literacy to broaden your horizon. Okay? You have to take action first and never ever take the wisdom that most salesmen have for you for granted. Okay? The second one would be practice delayed gratification. Okay? In this modern time, most people want instant gratification. It's so tiring. Like, I want instant, I want this, I want that. Okay? Because they want the fastest thing that could satisfy their desires. Okay? I don't have any bad criticisms about it. It's just they want to have 100,000 pesos, yet they don't want to learn how to grow that type of money. They want 1,000,000 pesos, yet they don't want to grow through the process in order to achieve that 7 figures. Okay? Remember, the most powerful thing you can have in the information age right now is the ability to delay gratification, because only then can you reap the full benefits of delaying instead of always instant. This also disciplines your way of thinking in order to avoid impulsive decisions that you might sooner regret in the long run. Since we finished the fourth one, let's go to the last one. And here we have the last one. I just want to congratulate you for coming this far. You're very, very serious about overcoming lifestyle inflation. So with that out of the way, let's go. It's to increase your income. Okay? Having more than just one source of income is crucial. Having a job is crucial for a lot of people, but you don't actually know when will be the time you'll be kicked out of the job or when you'll lose the job due to another crisis like the pandemic. You don't even know, maybe the company's having another layoff. So consider having a side hustle. It could be a part-time, a small business that you could have, or it could have been in an online. This method reduces the risk of struggling financially in times of need. Okay? Having multiple streams of income is very crucial for you, because if you lose one job, another replaces it. And if you can't replace the job, another side hustle can actually replace it. Okay? Always remember, my friend. Always remember this. Your parents are getting older and older. You are not getting any younger either. You can choose to sacrifice now and reap the benefits later. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you tuning in and staying towards the end of this video. With that out of said, thank you guys so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see this channel grow. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!